Hello everybody, welcome to Landric Plays. I am going to be playing some SWAT 4 today from Irrational Games. And yeah, SWAT 4 used to be one of my favourite games back in the day. It's got some really nice mechanics that make it quite interesting, and it was recently made available for digital distribution. So if you like this video, maybe go and check it out. So, interesting mechanics. So the key one is we are the police. We are not allowed to just kick in the door and hose everyone down with bullets. We have to, we have to be professional about this. We have to protect and serve. We have to kick in the door, yell, "This is the police, put your hands up," and then arrest anyone that complies. And if somebody doesn't comply, we still don't get to fire at them unless we are directly threatened with lethal force. So ideally, we are going to get through this entire game without killing a single person. Whether it will turn out like that remains to be seen, but we're going to give it our best shot. Second thing is it tries to be a little bit sort of more tactical, a little bit more methodical. Obviously, SWAT, special weapons and tactics, the T is right there. So we're going to take some time to sort of carefully plan and prepare our missions. We're going to sort of check out the floor plan of the building that we're going into, and we're going to very methodically go through it room by room and try and come out with the least number of casualties. So let's jump into a new career. I am going to call myself Officer Landric, of course. And we'll create a new career. And our first mission is to execute a high-risk warrant service at this Chinese restaurant. We can select a difficulty. I'm going to leave it as normal for now. This will sort of affect how many people we need to bring into custody. So at the highest difficulty level, you can't kill a single person. You have to bring everyone in alive. I'm going to leave it as normal just because it means that if somebody does pull a gun on us and we have to put them down, then we're not going to be prevented from continuing with the game. So I'm going to leave it as normal. So let's have a look at the briefing.
Central BCC
I'm going to turn that off because it's a little bit loud in my earpiece. And I will summarise this for you. So we're executing this warrant. The Organised Crime Investigation Division has been staking out this Chinese restaurant for a couple of weeks. And they believe it is a front for illegal weapon modifications. And they've recently seen this suspect, Alex Jimenez, enter the restaurant. He's a Colombian hitman. He's suspected of carrying out multiple homicides, and our job is to go in and arrest him and the owner of the restaurant and bring them both in for questioning. We've also got some evidence to secure. We've got to secure this Mach 10 for evidence. We've got to rescue any civilians indoors, and we have to bring order to chaos, which basically just means make sure there are no hostile suspects left on site. So we get a little a sort of hastily sketched out map of the premises. So you can see our detective has sketched out sort of the front area quite clearly, but he's not really sure what's in the back because he's not been able to go in there. We also get to choose our entry point. So we only get to choose one entry point in this mission, but it does start us off in the street outside, so we can go in the front or the back. Later on we'll have more options along here of how we want to enter the building. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start here. I think we're going to go through this alley in the back and go into the back door. It means we're going to have less information out here about exactly what rooms we're going through, but it means if there are any customers in the dining area, they're unlikely to get caught in the crossfire, or at least that's the hope. We can take a look at our suspects. So this is Alex Jimenez. He's the hitman that we need to neutralize, and this is Lian Nu, who is the owner of the restaurant. We don't have any information about how many civilians are in there, so there might be customers in the restaurant, there might be employees that don't know what's going on, so we're going to have to watch our fire and be careful about that. And we even get a small timeline of sort of the events that have led up to this. So 23rd of September the warrant was issued, the suspect was spotted, SWAT team arrives, and at 2024 we are going to make our tactical entry into the building. So now we can set up our equipment, so we get a lot of flexibility about what tools and weapons we're going to bring with us. There's a whole bunch of different saved loadouts, so we've got some assault loadouts, we've got close quarter battle specialists, less than lethal specialists. In true Blue Peter fashion, here is one I've made earlier. So we have, I'll sort of run through some of the different options and then I'll sort of talk about why I've chosen what I've chosen. So we've got our primary weapon. I've picked the suppressed 9mm, but we've got a whole bunch of different sort of SMGs and assault rifles we can pick from. There are also some less than lethal options, so we can take this beanbag shotgun, or this quite neat gun. It's basically a paintball gun that fires little balls of tear gas. So this is quite useful to us. as the lead element, so I'm the leader of the team, I'm going to take this suppressed SMG just so that we've got a little bit of heavy firepower just in case things go wrong. We can even choose what ammo type we want to take, so we can choose between jacketed hollow point bullets that are very good against unarmoured targets, unarmoured, and full metal jackets, which are very good for armoured targets. They have a lot of penetrating power. I'm going to stick with the jacketed hollow point because we're not expecting anyone to be wearing flak jackets. They don't know we're coming, so they're not going to be very well prepared, and the full metal jackets can sort of over-penetrate, so if there's a civilian behind a person, this could be quite dangerous. So I'm going to stick with the jacketed hollow points. That should be fine. Next we'll look at our secondary weapon. So I've picked a taser, so we could pick a number of pistols just for like a little extra backup in case we run out of ammo for our main gun. It's quite unlikely. If we're firing all of the ammo in our main gun, we've probably done something very badly wrong. But I'm going to take the taser just because this gives us a little bit more of a non-lethal way of taking down people that don't comply. What else? So the next thing is our tactical options. So we can take this Opti Wand, we can take door wedges that will jam doors open or shut. We can take flashbang grenades, which cause a massive bang and a massive flash of light, and will sort of hopefully disorientate anyone in the room. We can take some tear gas that will make people sort of cough and choke, and again, hopefully convince them to give up non-lethally. And we can take a stinger grenade that just fires out a lot of sort of rubber, basically ball bearings but made of rubber, and it will hurt a lot, but hopefully it won't kill people. And we can take some pepper spray. I'm not going to bother with this because we've already got the taser. And the Opti Wand. So the Opti Wand is basically a tiny little fibre optic camera on the end of this sort of stick. So you can slide it under a door, you can put it around a corner, and you can sort of take your time and prepare how you're going to enter a room. So I'm going to take this Opti Wand and some flashbangs and some CS. My squad, they're just going to take an extra flashbang each. As far as breaching goes, we've got two choices of how we want to deal with locked doors. So we can take a C2 charge, or we can use this breaching shotgun. So the C2 charge is basically just a very sort of a small explosive that you slap on the lock and you blow it open. And this has the advantage of it's relatively quick, but mainly it will basically cause the same effect as a flashbang going off in the room. Because there's a loud bang, it's sort of very disorientating. It will freak suspects the hell out, essentially, and hopefully they'll be so surprised they won't have a chance to react aggressively. It does have the disadvantage of, if there is somebody standing directly next to the door, whether it's a suspect or a civilian, it has a chance of injuring or even killing them. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to take the C2, I'm going to give red team the C2, and blue team are going to take the breaching shotgun. So if we ever come across a door that we think there might be civilians behind, we'll get blue team to breach it, but if we need to make a quick and loud entry, we'll get red team or me to breach it. So yeah, so that's the basic loadout. So one element of red team and blue team are going to have the same suppressed 9mm SMG that I've got. The other two are going to have this pepper ball weapon. So we've got a little bit of less than lethal option if we need it. And I think that's pretty much all of the planning we need to do. So without further ado, let's jump into the mission. And let's see where we start out. So we should start out in the alley outside of this restaurant.
Adam, this is Central DCC. Adam, Boy, and Truck 1 responding to 1572 Norman Street for high-risk warrant service.
So, hopefully that's not too loud for you. It's quite loud in my ear, but I think I've tweaked the sound settings how they should be. So you can see we've barricaded off this road, so we shouldn't have any outside interference. We can choose to go in the front here, or we can choose to go in the rear here. We can order our team around like this. We can tell them to fall in or move somewhere or set up some cover. And we can order them by red team or blue team as well. We also have, I don't know where they're actually going to be, but if we bring up this button here, you can see we have a sniper covering the street. This is Sierra 1. They've got a view of the upstairs of the property. No suspects in sight there, but we'll just leave that. We'll leave that screen up there just so we can see if anyone's moving about upstairs. Okay, so let's tell everyone to fall in.
Gold, behind me. In position.
And we're just going to very carefully make our entry around the back here. So I'll just stack up behind this van. I'll take a look around the corner. Okay, it looks like the back is clear. It's a dog. So let's deploy the Opti-Wand and we'll see if there's anything under here. Okay, so that way is clear. That way is clear as well. So we're going to try and do this relatively quietly. We don't want to freak anyone out.
Police! Put your hands up and get down!
Tell me this will be over soon.
I'm down! Get down! Hands in the air!
Okay, so that's 2 down. So we're going to get red team to detain this
Red,
guy.
secure him.
Copy,
Blue,
boss.
make him secure.
We're going to get blue to
Got
detain him. And I'm going to cover this door.
We'll get you out of here.
Stay down.
Damn cops.
I've
Civilian
passed.
secured.
So while they're doing
Suspect
that,
secured.
I am going to check out this side. So, nobody in sight there.
Element. I got point. Get behind me.
Coming to you, sir.
So, we've secured
With
these
you.
guys, but now we have to call it into TOC, so like our command post back out there.
Entry team to talk. Suspect in
my
custody.
spot.
Ready to
You're in
pick
my
up.
way.
Copy. Stay sharp.
Entry team to talk.
You're in my way,
Civilian
sir.
ready to evacuate.
Roger that. Trailer standing by.
So even though
Get out of the way.
this guy is a civilian, we still have to detain him just in case he turns out to be a suspect, like pretending. So you always restrain everyone just in case. Let's check out this doorway. And then they can be recovered by people once we know the scene is safe. Okay, this looks empty. But we're still going to clear it properly and make sure everything's fine.
I hope you're not too late.
You're
Police! On your knees! What the hell?
Okay,
Tie him down.
go restrain
Copy.
him.
On it.
I'll cover the door here.
We're the police. Everything is under control.
Gotta stop them before they kill
Civilian in custody.
Okay, so that's upstairs. That's probably where the 2 main suspects are. So keep an eye on that. In fact, I tell you what, red team, you stack up
Red
on that
team,
door.
stack up and check the lock. Blue team, fall in.
Entry team to talk. Civilian is okay. Ready for evac.
It's locked, boss.
Roger that. Trailer standing by.
Okay, so this door's locked. We're going to leave red team covering it. Blue team is going to come with me and clear the front. Make sure there's no civilians out there. Make sure there's no other suspects. Let's take a look. Okay. Oh yeah, I've checked this one already, haven't I? So this way looks clear. There's a doorway here.
I got point. Get behind me.
Come on, Blue, where are you?
With you.
There we go. I want a little bit of backup just in case there is a suspect this way. And there's movement in there, and I'm not sure who it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a CS gas through this doorway just to neutralize anyone that's in there. Oops. I don't know if that will go through the door. Hopefully it will.
Police! Put your hands up!
Wow, I guess they called out the big guns.
Police! Hands up now! Police! Put your hands up and get down!
Okay, so this civilian is refusing to
Look,
comply.
I'm not one of the shooters.
Yeah,
Get
but
down!
no.
Hands in the air!
Alright,
Why
so
are you waving those things at me?
because she's not complying, the only thing we can do now is...
On the ground, now!
Hurry, hurry! You've got to stop them!
Okay, she's not putting her hands up.
Get your hands down! Now! Police! Put your hands up!
Just get me out of here!
There we go.
Make her secure.
So
Stay
restrain her.
down.
See, if they don't put their hands
Don't
up,
worry. I'll
we...
keep you safe.
This is what we've got to do.
I don't believe this.
Restrain civilian.
Entry team to talk. Civilian ready to evacuate.
Fall in and stay close. I'll take point.
So red team's still covering that
Got
door.
your back.
And we can actually check... there we go. So that's the blue team's camera. This is red team's camera. Yep, they're still on station at that door. Let's just check here, make sure there's nobody waiting to surprise us. Good.
On the ground, now!
Good, that's clear. Now there's one other doorway on the ground floor that we've got to check, and that's this one. So let's put the Opti-Wand under there and see if it's clear. Yeah, it looks clear. Just open that up and check. Good.
Red. Unlock it. Keep it quiet.
Get in the lock.
So we're going to pick this open. I mean, we could use the C2, but we can also pick the lock open, which is a little bit quieter. And it means they don't know exactly when we're going to start coming up those stairs.
It's unlocked, boss.
Alright, so gold team forward.
Gold.
You're in my spot.
Me.
In position.
And again, I think I'm going to open this with... or rather, I'm going to go in, drop some CS gas, hopefully subdue everyone that's upstairs. It's unlikely we're going to have civilians upstairs, except maybe some other employees. So we're going to chuck... I'm going to chuck some CS around this corner. I'm going to chuck a flashbang in here. Oop, that didn't work very well. Alright. That'll have to do. Open, bang, and clear.
Go when ready.
Right on.
So I'm going to cover this way. They're going to go in there.
Suspect contact!
Police, put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
This is Sierra
We're
1.
on here.
Element
Clear.
spotted.
Police, put your hands up!
Clear.
So he went for his gun. Which is not great. Okay. So let's secure the gun. Report the body.
TOC, this is entry team. Suspect killed.
Roger that. Standing by for further reports.
Let's check this doorway. So there's another suspect behind here, I think, because we still haven't seen what was his name, the hitman. So we're gonna because I'm out of CS gas, I'm gonna order gold to
Get it open.
gas and clear.
Got it.
There's also a whole bunch of evidence around here, so we're gonna secure this evidence just here.
That's our gun.
TOC, this is entry team. Evidence secured.
Go, go, go!
Roger that.
Clear. Suspect is compliant.
Gonna take his gun off of him. Clear this room.
Police, on your knees!
Zip him up.
That's our
Here
guy.
we
So we're gonna get him restrained.
I want my
TOC to
I've
entry
heard it
team.
all before.
Mission objectives accomplished.
Suspect
Time
secured.
to head back in.
So we've completed our main
Good work,
objectives.
guys. Let's head for home.
We've secured the two main suspects. We've secured the evidence, but we're still in the mission. Yeah, alright, shut. Because if we go to the objective screen, so we've completed all of the main objectives, but we haven't reported all statuses, and we've got to do that if we want to get sort of the highest score we can for the mission. So let's report him.
TOC, this is entry team. Suspect cuffed and secure for transport.
Roger.
And then, there we go, mission complete. So, we get a breakdown of sort of our score by points. So we got mission complete, 40 points just for completing the mission. Suspects arrested, 2 out of 3, so we had to open fire on one of them because he pulled a gun on us. If we'd have opened fire and he hadn't pulled a gun, or if we hadn't yelled at him to put his hands up first, then we would have taken some penalties, we would have got fairly substantial minus points in this column. But we neutralised one suspect, which doesn't give us any points, but it doesn't give it any negatives because we followed procedure to do it. No injured civilians, so we get some bonus points. No officers down, more bonus points. And some points for reporting all statuses and securing all the weapons. Good, so we got 86 points overall. We only require 50 for normal, but we would have had to get 100 points to do it on extreme difficulty or hard or whatever it's called. So yeah, it's a little bit unforgiving at higher difficulty because it would have been quite difficult to get that guy to put his gun down unless we had the taser already drawn. And I wasn't willing to take that risk. Certainly on later levels when we come up against very, very aggressive, very, very heavily armed guys, it's very difficult to get a full score. It's possible, but it's very difficult. So, we can go straight to the next mission, but I think I am going to put in a cut here. I hope you've enjoyed this first episode. Stick around for the rest of the series. See you next time.